Thank you, Fabian, and thank you, everyone. And you've all walked through the smoking ceremony is a traditional ceremony of Aboriginal people for thousands of years. It cleanses all the evil spirits and take away all evil spells. And we do that after someone has died or any place that's got evil spirits in it, like an exorcism, you know. And so, yes, it's very important to us. But today, as I welcome you onto the dreaming track of the Noongar and the Wajak and the Biberman people who roamed this country for thousands of years, as I say these words of my ancient ancestors, I welcome you onto the Noongar dreaming track, home of the Water, for thousands of years. The spirits look down upon us as we walk this land, and is here today as we cleanse you all and make way of the dreaming track. The spirits of this land of Yeagan, Yelagonga. And today as I welcome you all the Irish clan, my dear friend Alannah MacTiernan I've known for many years through the work in Parliament. And I'd like to thank Féin too, Féin, have you said, for the help it gave us down at the Tent Embassy, Madagascar, when we were arrested by police and everything taken away, and they came down there and brought us food, blankets. One thing we never forget, you know, I met Jerry Adams years ago, and I gave a welcome to him at Perth concert hall. He was meeting different groups and he met us. A great man, and he told us about the struggle, that he knew what we were having. But this is a struggle, you know, and I know that Sinn Féin has stood by us, and people like Seamus, there's many other Irishmen. So I know that today as you stand here, as you raise your flag, and you unveil your plaque, to know that you appreciate Aboriginal culture and our presence here, and that you've got it written on the plaque there about the Noongar people that roamed this land. So I thank you now, and as I say these words, the spirits, the serpent of the Double Yurigan, the rainbow serpent of that Swan River, was our sacredness for thousands of years, religion, culture and spirituality. And I still respect that when I go there. The old Swan Brewery days, and so I know I must keep this culture alive and well. I thank you Irish and all of your people here today, children and all. And young Fabian here playing the didgeridoo, my brother Al. Thank you, Famous, and Seamus, for everybody here today. Thank you, and I hope you're having a good Easter. God bless.
Thanks very much, Temple Ben. I would now like to introduce you to the main speaker and a long and good friend of Irish republicanism in this country, even before the days of the Good Friday Agreement. Even in the old dark days, we were strongly supported by Alannah MacTiernan. She's known to most of you. I'll introduce her as Alannah MacTiernan, the Mayor of the city of Vincent, as opposed to Premier and Waiting, which you told me not to say. So anyway, could you please put your hands together for Alannah MacTiernan, Mayor of the town of Vincent.
Thank you very much, John, and I actually think it is an extraordinary honour to be invited here to do this, to recognise the events, but more importantly the spirit that was associated with those events in Easter 1916. But can I say, Ben's comments were so right. I mean, there are so many profound parallels between the situation in which the Aboriginal people found themselves and the situation in which the Irish people found themselves. being treated as something other than fully human, being treated as something other than being equal in their own land is fundamentally the real issue here that we saw those very brave men and women stand up for in 1916. I think the reality is that at the time, within Dublin at least, probably the vast majority of people did not support at the beginning the actions that were being taken by the Republicans. And even when the battle was raging, the support still did not come forward. It was only after the conduct of the English government coming in and executing in the most ruthless way, man after man after man, that the turn and the mood of the public changed. And the public saw what indeed the Irish public, in fact, were galvanised into standing up by, in fact, not so much the uprising, but the conduct, the outrageous conduct of those British. The real value, I think, of the Easter Uprising, the real value of the Easter Uprising is not just the bravery. The bravery was extraordinary. The bravery of men and women, women like Constance Markowitz, who not only made the uniforms, but actually got out there and was fighting on the front line. The bravery and the decency of those people, of Daly and his troops that put out fires, risked their lives to go and put out fires in order to prevent civilian deaths. The bravery and the compassion of these people as they shared their meagre rations with their British prisoners. Their conduct, in the way they conducted themselves in this uprising, showed that these were people of character. And what made them people of character is that this was not just about getting out there and having a fight. These were people that actually had a vision about what society should be like. They actually had a vision about what Irish society could be. And they do say it in their declaration. They say that their new government will guarantee religious and civil liberty, equal rights and equal opportunities for all of its citizens. And it declared that it's resolved to pursue the happiness of the whole nation and all of its parts. They were truly progressive, a progressive group of people. They were people that lived by their actions, their preparedness to allow women to be involved at the front line. The vast majority of them totally supported that. All of the language of the declaration was directed to Irish men and Irish women. They were all about the fundamental notion that is so absolutely important for government then, and it has to be important for government today, that it is about providing for all, providing an equality of opportunity, providing an equal dignity for all. So amongst all of the things that led with the uprising, the galvanisation finally of the Irish people, that there did have to, and a recognition on the other side of the Irish Sea that there had to be change. The very tragic circumstances that then that happened with the death of the leadership and the death of the intellectual leadership of that Easter uprising, in my view, meant, unfortunately, a huge vacuum in terms of the moral and intellectual leadership of Ireland for many years. And indeed, I would have to say that I think that for many decades, it was not true that the Irish government followed that great principle that was fundamental to the group, the Irish rebels, that were that fundamental principle that was about Irish men and Irish women, and it was allowing all to have their place in the sun. We had a very, very conservative regime ruling over Ireland for many, many years, and I have to say that in any assessment, I believe that there was not a living up to those fantastic ideals of those people that so bravely and so courageously gave their lives, not only in the uprising itself, but then subsequently who went to their death with great dignity and bravery. But there is no doubt that those principles that are there, so eloquently enshrined in the Declaration, in all of the writings of Patrick Pearce and James Connolly and the others, those writings have remained a beacon and a principle by which the Irish people measure, or should be measuring, and can measure their government. Thank you very, very much for this.